Alright guys, some of y'all asked for a video and we'll get into this. To start things off, you're going to need a large popsicle sticks, the thin wooden coffee stirrers, some tweezers, X-Acto knife, paper clip. I've got this little tube that I use to form my arch in my lobster traps. And also you're going to need a pair of scissors. So let's get right into this right quick. Move all this over. And I've done got some process started. I did a video. It was going to be an hour long, so I didn't want to bore y'all with that. So we'll just kind of try to shorten this down and show you how I make these little lobster traps. Alright, you take your large popsicle sticks, and as you can see, I've done got started. I cut the popsicle stick to about 1.25 inches. Then we'll take our little wood strips, or cardboard strips, I'm sorry, and we'll cut them down to about 1/8 of an inch. And then we'll super glue each corner. And this can be a little aggravating. I use my tube to get it started, and then I'll pinch it and hold it like that until the glue dries. And then once I get all 3 strips on there, I'll add that paper clip and to hold it in shape until it completely dries. Now once you get it to that point, I don't have one, but you'll have 3 strips, and you'll put the one in the middle. You want to put it whichever front, if you want this to front or this to front, you want to put your strip closer to your front. Alright, then we'll take our coffee stirrers. I'll show you right here. Just go in there about middle ways. Score it. Also, you'll need a pair of side cutters. And then when you get it that point, after you've scored it deep enough, have cut, come apart, and then you'll have your little wood strips to strip on your pot, on your trap. So then, as you can see, it's not perfect, and you're not going to get it perfect, but you can take it and just kind of trim it up. And you can make it as small as you want. So you're done. And try to get it as straight as possible and get all your shavings off of it. And you can make your little strips like that. Then what I like to do when after all of your cardboard, your glue is dried onto the base of your trap, always start in the center and then glue it all the way around. I do my tops first. But when you get right here, don't know if you can see in there, my middle piece of cardboard here, just lay your strips in there like that. So instead of having two little squares right here, I just added a piece of, I just turned it up and just added that piece and glued it to that piece of cardboard. And then you want to do the same thing on the ends. You can see it's not perfect right there, but hey, these are homemade. Them old lobster guys got that salt in their vein. They want to make their own. So, and they probably used old scraps that they had in their wood piles. So I have seen some where people took twigs, pretty good, say inch saplings, and made their arches, and then they tacked on the wood slats. All right, so that's basically how you get it done. And to get it to look like this, you just, I took some paint, just acrylic paint you can buy in your art and craft stores, and I painted it gray. Took some water and thinned it down some, and painted it. Then I took, I made a sea green color. I don't know if you can see the color, but it's in there. And I thinned it real thin. And then dabbed it on there, took a paper towel, blotted it, and then I took white paint and dry brushed. And dry brushing, you'll dip your brush in the paint, and then you'll just about take all the paint off your bristles. And then you just touch here and there with it. If you get it too dark, too much paint on it, you can always take a paper towel, dab it, and it'll come clean. Or it'll lighten it up. But guys, I then take some string I had and made a fisherman's knot, just like you tying a hook on your fishing line. All it is you loop it around your cardboard piece, pull it up through, and you twist it, and it'll make a loop, and then you'll take your tag in, run it through the loop, hold this tag end down, and then tighten that knot up. So to keep my string looking like it's just coiled up, I took this piece of pipe and I wrapped string around it, and I took the super glue and glued it together, and it stays together, it won't come untwined. And so that's how I make my lobster pots, lobster traps. Again, I apologize for not having the video like I wanted it, but I didn't think you would sit through an hour of watching the video. It took me almost an hour and a half to make just one of these. So just remember, cardboard strips. Like I said, my base is 1.25 inches. And after you get it dried out, the glue dries, you can take this, take your side cutters, clip them off, and then I've got a sanding block that you'll want to do this after you get to this point. You can see it's cleaned off, and once it's dried, you can then everything's dried, and preferably before you paint, you can come back in here and sand all that off. So you can see that's got a good clean bottom, sets level. But guys, that's just a kind of a breakdown of how I done my lobster pots. Again, I apologize for not having a detailed video, but like I said, it was going to be an hour long, and I mean, just like I said, it takes me nearly an hour and a half to make one of these. And that's allowing the glue to dry, the paint to dry, and get your string and stuff in there. So there we go. That's how I made my lobster pots, and I appreciate you watching.